YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Of course, it's positive energy and it's positive vibes only. All right. So, just want to say salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We had we've been having some great support here with the channel. And, I just want to say thanks to you guys. You guys have really been pouring in a lot of love and support of everything here. And, the positivity outweighs the negative greatly. And, the way that I'm moving, any type of negativity that's on a sour note, I'm just blocking them, getting out the way, and not spending no time. So I definitely appreciate all the support. And I always just want to make sure that I tell you guys that, because without you guys, there is no channel, there is no Fragcom, there is none of this YouTube content creating stuff without you guys, man. So definitely want to take the time to tell you guys thank you yet again for y'all support that y'all not only give to my channel, but some of the doper content creators that are out here as well. So appreciate y'all. All right, so we're here with we're here to do my favorite video. And y'all know what that is by now, right? Yep, it is the weekly rotation video. All right, week 156. 156 straight weeks that we've done this video, covering every fragrance that I wore during the week of March the 2nd. All right, so exciting week. I tapped into some fragrances for the first time, getting some full wearings. I reached back for a throwback to kick off the week, and I ended the week with a fragrance that is entering the chat of my top 10. Let's get to it. All right, on Sunday, from the house of Coach. Yes, I reached back for this one, and I've been reaching back for a lot of my, my oldie but goodie fragrances from like 3-4 years back, and this stuff is it's still great. It's classic from the house of Coach. We're talking Coach for Men. Coach for Men on Sunday. Believe it or not, this is my first ever original bottle of Coach for Men. Previously, I had the little small, I think it was like 20 ml bottles that came in a gift set. That was my first introduction to it, and then I was able to cop me a bigger bottle a little while later. But great versatile everyday scent. Pear, kumquat. I think there was a little bit of leather in here, especially on the dry down. Synthetic is all out, but it is just greatly done. This is a type of designer vibe that I'm on, man, and hopefully the feeling is starting to be restored. Well, at least to me, the feeling for me with the designers. And this is a reminder of how great designers can be. And I powered this to give me a little bit, because I get about a good 6 hours, which is good. It's really good to get 6 hours out of fragrance. But I powered this with this Unboxing Boost from Oak City Beard Company. So put a couple of sprays of that on. It's a combination of Unboxing and Isui Super, and it gave me like a couple of extra hours. So I wore this to work on Sunday, had to work on the weekend, and yeah, it worked. So I got about a good 8 hours. Out of that combination there, and you can get that right on Amazon. I'll link it in the description, and you can check it out for all those who are looking to add performance to your fragrances. And sometimes if I'm dealing with like a fresher fragrance that I just know doesn't have good life to it, and I'm going to work and I just want to give it a little bit extra push, then I'll layer that with it. It's rare when I do it, but I just tried it with the Coach, and it worked. All right, so that was Sunday. On to Monday. It was an off day, and did a lot of running around on Monday. Went to the post office, ran some errands, went to had to do some shopping, and just a lot of different things that I had going on Monday. But this was a very nice, pleasant, really good fragrance for my Monday. When it was the first time I get this a full wearing. I've been testing for weeks now, and it's good. From the house of Ojar, we went with Wood Whisper. Wood Whisper from Ojar. Man, this is it's like it's a sweet, fruity, musky fragrance. That's what it is. Got some woods in it as well. Notes featuring here, there's some plum. Like I said, there's some musk. The plum in here is just really, really sweet. It's a sweet plum. It doesn't come off dark or boozy or heavy. No, it's just a really sweet plum. That's just what you get. But it's really blended really well. I think there's a little bit of some sandalwood in here as well. But the musk and the musk comes off really, yeah, it's like a clean, sweet musk. That's what it comes off. Great versatile fragrance that is really good on performance. I was really surprised how much it's performed. I sprayed this on very early on in the morning, and then just throughout the rest of my day, going on into the early evening before I got in the shower for the night. This was one that just really did its thing. So great everyday wear, very versatile, and I do like it. So for those days when I'm just kind of ripping and running, and I wear this to the office too. I will wear this to the office because it's not offensive. Matter of fact, it is pleasant, but it's kind of a fruity, sweet, musky, slightly woody fragrance. That's what it is. The plum doesn't really stand out, doesn't really roar out for all my plum lovers, but it is noticeable. It's a very sweet plum, and this is good. From the House of Ojar, we're talking Wood Whisper on Monday, on my off day. Good stuff, man. All right. Up next on Tuesday, we return to the office, and this is just going to be a staple for me. For the office, and this fragrance, this Creed fragrance I get a little bit more, I get some really good performance out of this fragrance for sure. For the House of Creed, we went with Tabarome Millicine. All right, Tabarome Millicine. And what do you have here? You get this very nice pop of ginger. There's a little citrus here, but the tobacco is a star here. This is a fresh tobacco fragrance. Great for everyday wear, honestly, really fitting with the Creed DNA, that gentleman's classy, classic style DNA. Great for the office for sure, especially this time of year with the spring come around. It kind of smells like spring a bit in the bottle, but like I said, you can wear this every single day. This was an excellent Christmas gift from my wife back on Christmas, and I just love how classy this is, how built for the office this is, how masculine this is, and it's a drier tobacco blended in with some ginger and some citrus, and it's really good. Like I said, for the performance, like for like a freshie from Creed, I mean, it just depends. For me, I get it roughly around that 6 to 7 hour mark with the freshies from Creed. But this one right here kind of pumped out for around 8 hours, maybe even leaning into 9. Because I work usually between 8 to 10 hours at work. And on Tuesday, I was there for a minute. And I know for a fact I worked at least 9 hours. And as I was going home for the day, there was a nice breeze out, very breezy. I was catching some wafts still. So okay. So Tabarome Millicine performs really well off me, and I do spray my clothes. But this is a great wear. I really enjoy this stuff, man. On Tuesday, from the House of Creed, Tabarome Millicine. All right. Up next on Wednesday, man, this is fire stuff. I gotta dive more into the house. I've heard nothing but great things. This is the only fragrance I've ever experienced from this house. But this is a gentleman's classic from the house of Penhaligons. We went with Haufete, the EDP. Haufete, the EDP. Man, balmy, balsamic, resinous, woody, leathery, oudy fragrance. The leather really shines here. God, it smells so good. The leather really shines here, beautifully blended. Oh my God, there's a little bit of a, fresh green spicy approach here. There's a little bit of a citrus kick in here, pink pepper. It's outstanding, man. It is outstanding. We'll put you in the mindset a little bit of Nishane's Popular Fico. If anybody's gonna ask which one do I prefer the Popular Fico over this one because it's much more smoother, much more well-rounded. This one is a little bit edgy, much more imposing, which I like, than the Popular Fico. The Popular Fico is just smooth, but it doesn't diminish how really good this is. I'm gonna say even how great this is. So for all my masculine fellas out there looking for an edgier fragrance, because this has a little bit of edge to it, especially with that leather and how that oud gets down in this fragrance, I really enjoyed this, man. Really good stuff. I copped this not too long ago. I want to say right before the holidays, I was able to get my hands on this. So just really getting around to getting a full wear. I've tested it in short hour increments. And usually when I test my fragrances, honestly, when I come home from work for like the rest of the day, most of the time the fragrance that I'm wearing is kind of worn off. I'll go grab a fragrance to spray on like my forearms, like 2 sprays on the inside of my forearms. I go pick up the boys from school, run my errands, if I got to do whatever I got going on. That's how I get a feel of the fragrance before I can like actually wear it out to the world. So that's just kind of a little, I won't say secret, but a little insight to how I get a chance to test my fragrances. But anyway, on Tuesday, Gentleman's Classic. Really love this stuff. Definitely more suited for spring and fall, winter time. I won't be bringing this out in the summer because the edginess could get you in a little cloying trouble, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to put this away. But looking forward to getting reacquainted with this next fall. Well, I'll wear it during the spring. I'll take that back. So I'll wear it during the spring, fall, winter. Wednesday from the House of Penhaligons. How Fetty. How Fetty, the EDP. I'm a fan. Good stuff. All right, up next on Thursday, huge day on the live stream. We have my man Christian Petrovich on from the House of Argos, and we discussed 2 of the brand new releases that in the community, there's getting a lot of conversations of them. But this one right here is outstanding. It is not for everybody. It is a unique fragrance, and you're gonna love it or you're not gonna like it. That seems to be the meter with this fragrance. But me personally, I'm a fan. From the House of Argos, we went with the La Primavera. Beautiful, beautiful bottle, beautiful everything with Argos. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to find out. And it's an experience in itself when you're talking about fragrances. But this particular fragrance here, this is a masterfully done rose fragrance. It is a very, very beautifully done fragrance, man. It's fresh, it's green, it has some spices to it. There's a little bit of a citrus zest with it as well. It's unmistakably unique for a rose fragrance. Again, it's not going to be for everybody. When you get your nose on it, it's going to tell you right away. This is a fragrance that I think people will get their nose on and say yes or no. For me, it was a huge yes. The rose in here is a little bit powdery in here as well. The vanilla that lies underneath the rose comes and goes on my skin, and I like that. If you can get a rose fragrance with some vanilla, like a vanilla base to it, I'm a huge fan. Sign me right up. Sign me right up for a rose style like that. But this is beautiful, great for the spring, and honestly, the springtime is probably the only time I'd wear this. Argos does rose really, really well. Adonis Awakens, Palace Athene, Love Triumphs Over War. Those are some of the fragrances where the rose is kind of featured as well. But this right here, I think it was definitely made intentionally for the spring. And Christian talked about this on the live stream. I will link the live stream in the cards once this video is over. You kind of see how Christian went about preparing to create this fragrance. And it's great, man. Great longevity. Performed like a true star. But this is good. Sample. Use my code DEDRICK10 over on Argos on anything on the site, including the 2 new releases. But on Thursday, this stuff is fire. I personally enjoy it. From the House of Argos, La Primavera. La Primavera on Thursday. Outstanding, unique rose fragrance. All right, up next on Friday, man, it's a confession, man. I used to turn my nose up at the Baccarat Rouge DNA. But I can't lie. I don't know what it is, but over the last, I don't know, maybe 6 months, man, I've been leaning over to really starting to enjoy that 540 DNA. And I don't know where it started. I don't know how. I've smelled some fragrances in the vein of that Baccarat Rouge 540, and now it really has me kind of wanting to tap in a little bit. So I started off with this outstanding clone, this inspired take from my friends over at Yom and Lao. And on Friday, man, they get really close to that Baccarat Rouge 540, and this stuff was hitting. I enjoyed it. From the House of Yom and Lao on Friday, we were with Amber Voyage. Amber Voyage on Friday. This is a great inspired take on Mrs. Francis Kirchhoff's Baccarat Rouge 540. That burnt sugar, cotton candy type of vibe here. I don't know. I'm just really leaning towards really liking this DNA. And like I said, I've smelled a couple of inspired takes on this fragrance, and I actually have one on the way from Electimus. I think it's Trajan. That's the name of it, I think. But I don't know. Will I be adding Baccarat Rouge 540 to my collection this year, or will this hold me down? I don't know, but this really did the job. About 90% close with this. Performance was nuclear. I was in my local Walmart Friday morning after dropping off my son to school, and as I was walking by the children's section, the lady who was stocking up, she said, "Sir, you smell good." Oh boy, yes sir, you smell good. Like, she was really into it as I was walking by her in Walmart. So, you know, compliments are not assigned to you, but when you get them, hey, it's a plus. And this, matter of fact, I think this was I got 2 compliments. This was my first compliment of the week, and we wore some bangers throughout the week. But this Amber Voyage from Yom and Leo, their inspired take on Baccarat Rouge 540. I don't know, man. We're going to keep tapping into it, and I'm going to update y'all. But I can't lie. At one point in time, it was a no for me with that Baccarat. But, boy, it's so funny how things change on Friday from Yom and Leo. Amber Voyage. All right. And last but not least, I said at the beginning of the video, we could have a new entry to my top 10. I don't know what's going to go, but when it's time for that video later on this year, there's a great chance that this fragrance is there. Most complimented fragrance of the week. This stuff is stellar. Oh my God, it's crazy. From the house of Arabian Oud, we went with Sultani on Saturday. Sultani. It's crazy. Berries, rose, musk, this isoe super ambroxan type of push here. A simple note breakdown, but the blend here is outrageous. Me and my best friend took our sons, my godsons and his godsons. We took them to this kids, spot out here, and let the kids run around. And as I walked through the entranceway, there was a gentleman and his wife coming through. He said, "Sir, you smelling good, sir." Appreciate that. I was complimenting. Well, the compliment number 1 was from my wife when we left the house. She let me know by looking me in my eyes. "Oh, you smell good." Okay. All right. She let me know. We got to the place. The gentleman at the door let me know. The young lady at the counter where I was paying for my sons to go in and have a good time. There was another woman who walked by me with her son, let me know that I smell good. No one really asked what this was, but this stuff really pushes, it really performs. And for a fresh fragrance, the build of this is incredible. This is not your everyday freshie, your everyday clean fragrance. It stacks up with Amiri from Arabian Oud, but I must say I will take Sultani over Amiri. And I love Amiri, but Sultani is one of those ones. If you haven't tapped into Arabian Oud, you need to. I gotta shout out Charm City. I gotta shout out the Fragrance Well, my boy Elliot. Those who have rolled out have piqued my interest when they were talking about Arabian Oud. We talked about Daiwan, which is woo-ha. Amiri, and now Sultani, and I will be diving more into the house. So I can go on and on and on about Sultani, but this is definitely something that I am considering entering into my top 10 of my entire collection. I love this fragrance. I love this fragrance so much so, and I never do this, but so much so that I'm thinking about getting a backup bottle now. Yes, so much so, because I just want to have it. Y'all know how it is. You got that one fragrance that you love. I just want to have it here. I just want to have a backup here. And there's not many fragrances that give me that vibe. And this absolutely does. Great fragrance. You will be hearing more about this as we go through spring and through summer. But man, I'm a fan. From the house of Arabian Oud, we're talking Sultani on Saturday to close out the week. Fire stuff. I think I'm going to do a solo review on Sultani as well. Kind of get more in depth with that particular fragrance, so be on the lookout for that. All right, so there you have it. That was my week of wearing my fragrances that I wore. Pretty solid week if you ask me. All right, but of course, I want to know what y'all wore. What was your highlight of the week? What was new? What did you revisit? what was banging, what was fire, what was like what did y'all have going on with y'all's rotations? All right, I want to know. Look forward to reading them each and every week down in the comments. All right, so appreciate y'all as always. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, thank y'all so much for y'all support and always watching and supporting, man. Thank y'all. All right, so until next time, y'all be cool, y'all be safe, y'all take care of yourselves. As always, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes. Keep that in mind, y'all. It's positive vibes only. All right, so spike it up, spike it down, spike that thing all around. And remember, what you put into this world is exactly where you're going to get back. That's for sure, man. Peace, y'all. Till next time. Splacker. It was a little kid that was scared of my shirt when I was in the grocery store earlier. Hold on. It's the Undertaker. He was scared of my shirt walking by. He was looking kind of calm down. He's one of the greatest ever. Peace. Splacker.